We're so fascinated by the fear that there are dozens of movies about people being stranded in the middle of the ocean, like Open Water, which I watched, Adrift, terrifying, Life of Pi, remember that? All of these movies are about being isolated on your own. This is what happened to our first guest today. Married couple Nathan and Kim Maker got separated from their group on a scuba diving trip and ended up in the middle of the Gulf off the coast of Texas. This video of them shot by the Coast Guard, where you can actually see there is nothing in sight. They had to tread, that's them, treading for 40 hours, trying to stay alive. How they survived became a national news story. Here's a clip from World News Tonight after they were rescued.
Now to the dramatic rescue of two divers after 38 hours stranded at sea. The U.S. Coast Guard located the husband and wife after seeing a flashing light in the water. They went missing on Wednesday while scuba diving off a Texas beach during bad weather. Tonight, my loved ones are calling this a miracle.
That couple, for their first national daytime interview, are here. Please welcome Nathan and Kim Maker to our show. I'm telling you. First of all, thank you for joining us. This is your first time on national TV.
Yes.
You survived 40 hours in the deeps of water. This will be easy. This will be easy.
All right.
Okay, so let's start from the beginning. Nathan, you both have this love of scuba diving.
Love it.
This vacation that you were about to go on, this was supposed to be your dream vacation. What was the plan?
Go ahead.
It's called a live-aboard, and you literally get on the boat and then you sleep like in bunk beds, like it's camp.
It's called a live-aboard.
Yeah.
I have not lived enough. I've never heard of this. Okay, so it's a 3-night boat trip. You live on the boat, you hang out, and you dive.
Yeah.
The goal is to see as much wildlife and beauty as possible.
Yes.
Yes.
So the first day went as planned.
Yes.
Right. Then you're on your second day of diving, right? So you all go down and you have a rope, is it? Because walk me through, because I've done snorkeling.
Okay.
I've never done diving. So you drop a rope down, and the idea is that you hold on to this rope so that you know where the boat is when you come back up.
Yeah, so we were diving on oil platforms, or oil derricks, or whatever they're called. And so they tie the boat to them, and then you have a line that goes under 30 feet, and you just go hand over hand down that line because the current's so strong.
Okay. And someone drops a weight to keep
Yeah,
the
you have
rope
to have
down.
you have to have weight pockets to go down.
Oh, you have to have weight pockets. Okay, so you go down, and then when do you realize something is wrong?
Yeah, we were hanging onto the line, just kind of inching our way along, trying to get to the dive site. One of the ladies who was in front of us dropped her weight accidentally. It fell out of her equipment. She had to cancel her dive because you can't stay underwater without that weight.
Without the weight, okay.
So she's trying to go back up the line to get back on the boat. She loses a hand and the current starts to take her away.
So you see her floating off, and then?
She points to me, go get her.
And he did.
Right.
So being a good husband, I did what she said.
And doing what good husbands do, you listen to your beautiful wife, and you try to go get her.
I get her, and I get her back to the line.
Yep.
I'm almost there. She reaches out with one hand to grab me, and somebody else coming up the line inadvertently grabbed her other arm and pulled it off. So now we're adrift.
So now you are adrift from the rope. Not tethered to this, not holding on to this rope.
To the rope.
You can see each other. Can you see anyone else?
Oh yeah. I mean, you can see anybody in this room. It's super clear. And so we just thought we'll get a little lower in the water because there's usually less current. It wasn't the case that dive. So we just surfaced and put air in our scuba vest, or BCDs is what they're called.
At this point, we were not panicking.
No.
You didn't think anything was wrong,
We
even
thought
though
this dive is ruined. We were disappointed, but
But everything was going to be
everything
okay.
was fine.
Except everything was not okay. Nathan and Kim find themselves stuck in the middle of the ocean, no food, no water, and no idea how they were going to survive. We'll be right back.